Facebook, please grant us permission to continue with our music, The Peacocks. Thank you, my people. We have to take it from here. Thank you. We thank the Peacocks for this particular number. It's Onyayala Nwanneya, and that's what we are doing here. We are calling for our people to, keep up the spirit of Onyayala Nwanneya. The spirit of Onyayala Nwanneya. That's the way we were raised. That's all we know, that nwanne bụ ihe ukwu. Nwanne Onyayala Nwanneya, So we encourage everybody to join, to participate, and to make sure you are sharing this message. Make it go viral. When you finish watching, do not keep it to yourself. You send it out so that other people will hear too, and they will follow. It's a means of us creating awareness, letting our people know exactly what is going on around us, so that when they want to take decisions, when they want to act on something, they will, make an informed decision. They will be aware. They will not be acting based on ignorance. So that's why we do what we do. We are not doing it because of anything else. It's basically for our freedom, for our liberation, for us to have the mind of ourselves, the mindset of ourselves, so that we can decide within us. We have heard from this side, we have heard from the other side. What do we want to do? what is the take from all the things that we've been hearing. My people, I thank you for joining. I thank you for coming in today. You're welcome, my dear. Please share. Help us to share. And circulate it, make people also join. Encourage others to join too, because we need people to, be proactive, to get involved, not to be dormant or to be taking everything anybody give them and swallowing them, who can think like that. No, you have to know what you are doing and you follow your conscience. My people, today is September 9, 2023. September 9, 2023, and today is Eke Market Day. When you come to the Igbo calendar, today is Eke Market. So we pray that Eke will ketera ihe ọma, kepụrụ anyị nke ọjọọ, kegbuo ndị niile bịara imegide ụmụ Igbo, kee ha ụkwụ na aka gbọtọma ha, mee ka ha ụkwụ tapụra ha n'ala, ka ire ha tapụra n'agwa ha, ka anya ha pịkpọọ, ka ha ghara ịhụ ụzọ ahụ anyị. Onye taa wụ ahịa Eke, and n'ụbọchị taa wụkwanụ echi ọnwa 9 gbara mkpụrụ ụbọchị 9 n'ime afọ 2023. And we thank you all. Please, as you join, we welcome you. Thank you so much. Help us to share. Encourage others to come and join. My people, we are still on what we are talking about. The topic of today's program is that Nigeria government has no moral or ethical justification to hold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in captivity. Nigerian government has no moral or ethical justification to hold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in captivity. No matter what they call it, no matter the name they give it, they are just holding him unjustly, and he must be released. We demand that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should be released with immediate effect. He has overstayed. And why are we saying this? We all know, the whole world know that he's an innocent man. He's a prisoner of conscience. He was kidnapped and put into detention or into dungeon or into custody, wherever, however you pronounce it. He was put there just because he was fighting for what he believed in. He said, give my people freedom. Do not marginalize my people. Bring development to my people. Make sure that my people have good roads. Make sure they have clean waters. Make sure they have steady light. Make sure they have companies, job opportunities. Make sure that their school system is working. Make sure that our seaports are open. Make sure that our industries that you have closed, you reopen them all, so that life will be flowing, so that all these, idle minds will be averted. That's all he was campaigning for. That's all he was asking for. And that's the reason why they kidnapped him. They put him in dungeon, and they said that they have to present him to the court. And the court will decide whether they will jail him or whether they will let him go. And then finally, after all the delays, after all the rigmarizing of everything, on October last year, that's on October 13, 2022, the Nigerian judicial system, the Court of Appeal, whatever name they give it, they said that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is innocent. He should be discharged and acquitted. He should leave and go home a free man. What happened? Instead of leaving him to go home as a free man, He has been staying from that October 13. This is September 13. Less than 1 month. It will be 1 full year since Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was discharged and acquitted by the court of Nigerian judicial system. They are still holding him. Why? What crime did he commit? Can anybody tell us the reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is detained? Is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu crime any bigger than that of Nyesom Wike? Nyesom Wike that killed in the space of 1 week more than 1,500 Igbo youths and spread their bodies as if he was spreading cloths, as if he was discarding unwanted clothing. He spread their body, and everywhere was like a body bag. He dumped majority of them into the river, into the ocean, in the river state. And even the fishermen and fisherwomen were scared to enter the water, because when they go inside, all they see were corpses of human beings. And that's what Nyesom Wike did to our people. Nobody has caged Nyesom Wike. Nobody has stopped him. And even with that, Nyesom Wike is still becoming from the governorship to minister in Nigeria. Nyesom Wike is a criminal, and nobody held him accountable. Are we talking about Nyesom? Are we talking about the governors? Let us just start from the president. We all know that BOLA, TINUBU, his original name was Yekini Amoda Ogunlewe. Yekini Amoda Ogunlewe, as they have him as the Bobo Chicago. When he was young, he was in America, and I did not say it. It's all over, so that nobody will say that it's my own making. I did not say it. It's everywhere in the internet. The Bobo Chicago, BOLA AHMED TINUBU. His original name, as you can see, he was Yekini Amoda Ogunlewe, the Bobo Chicago, who was convicted of drug trafficking, a drug guard, a drug trafficker. And then he ran. He changed his name. He changed his identity. He became a Lagosian instead of from his own area. And what happened? Today, Nigeria has selected him to be their president. A criminal, a convicted criminal on the run, a drug addict, a drug trafficker who changed his name to BOLA AHMED TINUBU. Today he is your president. Now you have Sheikh Gumi. Sheikh Gumi, the coordinator of all the Boko Harams, the coordinator of the ISIS, the coordinator of the AHMED, the coordinator of everything called criminal, a jihadist. He is walking around, walking about, even coming to the same meeting with the governors, coming to the same meeting with the president, giving orders, issuing orders, and you people are obeying it. Nobody has touched him. You let him go. Sunday Igboho was also agitating for the for the freedom of the Yorubas, just like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did. Sunday Igboho was also arrested, or he was arrested from home. His own was not even a kidnap. He was arrested and was taken to custody. And the same thing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was crying for was the same thing Sunday Igboho started crying for. And you release Sunday Igboho, you release him, he's working a free man for more than for a year and 6 months now or more. But you let Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you have him in captivity. What crime did Mazi Nnamdi Kanu committed? I want to ask, what crime did Mazi Nnamdi Kanu committed that you people decided to keep him under lock and key? So, I'm saying that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should be released. We demand for his immediate release. If you do not release him, you have to face the consequences of that result from his illegal detention. If you continue to detain him illegally, if you continue to detain Mazi Nnamdi Kanu illegally, I'm telling you that Nigeria will never be, well, Nigeria has already crumbled. How can it rise? What will make Nigeria again to rise again? If you want at least have an atom of reason to bring Nigeria to where you want it, you must release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Failure to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, well, you have had your last president. That's why you have selected him. You have selected your last president as a Nigerian, because there will be nothing again like Nigeria. Nigeria will be crumbled to ashes, to finishes. You must release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Your former president, after the death of MOHAMMADU BUHARI, you went and brought an imposter to mimic him, to act like him, to work like him. But unfortunately, you know, there's always an error in technology. Technology is not as perfect as nature. We know that he wasn't Buhari. We know that he was an imposter. You put a mask on him. He was mingling around. He couldn't even speak because he couldn't talk. He couldn't speak even the language of Muhammadu Buhari, which was Fufude. He couldn't speak it. And he didn't even know how to speak. Therefore, he was walking like a robot, which he was, until finally you remove mask on him. Since that man removed his mask, has anybody seen him in a public eye? I know when they want to bring him back, he will still have his mask anyways. But now that he has removed it, has anybody seen Buhari anywhere? You can only see him when he put back his mask. Who was the person running around as Buhari? Do you know who? Now that he has removed his mask, do you know who he was? Or who he is now? No, you can't. Release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And I'm here to warn the Southeastern governors' wives. Southeastern governors' wives. Advise your husbands to stay away from the Monday sit at home. in Biafra land. Advise your husbands, all of you, to stay away from the Monday sit at home in Biafra land. We have the news that Chukwuma Soludo was going about locking people's shops. Chukwuma Soludo, your name was Soludo. That's your given name is Soludo. They say you should follow peace. Follow peace. Soludo, follow peace. But you have come out to rename yourself as Sorudo. If you do not want to follow peace and you want to avert peace, whatever you see is whatever you get. Soludo, Nonye, warn your husband. Tell him not to mingle with our sit at home. And all the other governors in southeastern region, your wives should warn you to stay away. Stay away from our Monday. If you think that Monday is the only day that you bring your wealth, that makes you who you are, that is, without Monday you cannot be without Monday you cannot be a governor or you cannot be a first lady, then tell the Nigerian government to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Failure to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you people, all of you, will face the consequences that results from the continued illegal detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Oh, I feel him made to you. My people, you have heard that. I still remain your sister and your daughter, Mother Rosemary Williams, the Amazon. And I'm talking today to the wives of the governors in Southeastern. Why governors unu n'ala Igbo? Why governors unu n'ala Igbo? Ndị kpọrọ onwe ha first ladies. Gwanu dinu shumwe kpọrọ ọgwụ ha ṅụọ. Gwanu ndị dinu shumwe gbara ọgwụ ha ṅụọ. Onye nye anyị nsogbu ụbọchị Monde anyị na-eme nọdụ n'ụlọ. Nsogbu ga-adịrị onye ahụ. Do not touch that Monday. And if, like we had, that Soludo was doing prayers on Monday, do that prayer in your house. So no church should be open on Monday. For those of you that go to morning masses, do morning masses from Tuesday and go to church on Sunday. Monday is our religious day in our own homes. It's a sacrosanct. Nobody should mess around Monday sit at home. There's no morning mass on Monday. No morning prayer on Monday. You have to do morning prayer in your own house. After all, your home is the temple of God. Your home is the temple of God. Church is Obakoma. Stay in your home. So, for Chukwuma Soludo or Peter Mba, who will be mingling around on Mondays, looking for who they will get in the market, let me tell the traders, Monday is not only for you. Because when we say sit at home on Monday, it's not only for the traders. The government workers are not working on that day. The students are not schooling on that day. The fishermen and everybody, anybody have to stay home. You stay home Monday. If at all we have to give some leeway for some people, unless for anybody that was having emergency to go to hospital. Yes. And we have people that work on shifts. Every hospital have people that work on shift. Let the people that were working on that day take care of the people that will be brought to the hospitals on that day. Other people stay home. And anybody walking around in the market, if you get them, pour whatever they have inside the gutter. But please do not, at least if you pour that thing in the gutter, they will get the message. I did not say kill anybody. If you see them with things selling on that day, if that day is the only day they will sell and they will not sell again, get that thing, pour it on the gutter. And if you have but you give them these government officials, any government official you see walking around in our markets when we are sitting at home, deal with that person. Deal with them. Nonsense. If they are governors, if they are leaders, they should do the right thing. Release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He's an innocent man. If you can allow Shegumi to be walking around freely, if you can allow TINUBU Ogunlere to become your president, if you can have an imposter BUHARI to become your president, and if you can release other people like Sunday Boho, I know he wasn't a criminal. I don't know what kind of person he was, but we know him. He was like a freedom fighter too. But if we can release him as a freedom fighter, why must you hold our own freedom fighter, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? When Shegumi is roaming around freely, Hope Uzodimma is running around freely, Onyesonwike is running around freely, Dave Umahi and the rest are running around freely. And we get this little man, or Opitamba, that just came to office and he killed our people, 3 on the spot. If you get Pitamba, make sure you deal with him. Deal with him well. Monday is coming. Any governor, any government agent, anyone at all that comes to open any office at all in Igbo land, deal with that person. Governors should stay away from our markets. They did not build those markets. They did not give the people the money to build those markets. You should have no right to go and lock down their markets and put whoever you want. And if you want to do that, you got surugede. Egundemo. Governor, my foot. My people, thank you for watching. Please share this broadcast, make it go viral. Onyayela nwanne ya. Ali Igbo ga-adịrịrị. Mahasaraha. Ali Igbo ga-adịrịrị. And they must release our brother Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And Biafra must have her freedom. Biafra independence is sacrosanct. Nothing will happen to it. We must have our freedom. We must have our independence. Nobody should disturb our peace when we are saying sit at home. Sit at home continues on Mondays until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released. If you release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we stop the sit at home. If you do not release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, sit at home continues. Thank you, my people.